Welcome everybody to Roll to Cast Live, November edition or Spooktober version 2, as once again for the second month in a row we will be playing Dark Heresy within the 40k universe. We're just going to go around quickly and say who we are, and then we'll talk about Roll to Cast in particular. So first of all, my name is Sean, and today on Dark Heresy I will be playing Jagatai. And then let's jump around to, well, let's go with Chris.
All right. Hello, my name is Chris. I'm going to be the GM for today's Dark Heresy game. Back once again. This time, hip hop reference, something. Ready to drop my latest mixtape in a live sesh. I'm a little ill. Thank you for outing me there, Phil. Yes, I am a little ill.
And,
yes. I'm going
speaking of the un-ill one, Phil.
Phil, you're muted. Says lovely chat. You think after a year of doing this we'd does this every time?
Cough. Well,
I'm just repeating what Phil says because he's on mute, so I can make him. What's that, Phil? You.
Hello.
You love. Oh, there we go. All right.
There we go.
Say something rude.
Phil,
yes,
talk about
hail
you.
and hearty, I am Phil, and I'm playing Plox, the Scum.
Is this not the same character from last month? It's already
the same character.
This is the same one.
Oh, it is. Okay, well, I just completely misremembered names. That's fine. So for those who are new to this, who are we? We are Roll to Cast. Primarily, we have our flagship podcast, Roll to Cast, ROLE, as you see on our lovely display here, where we play a different TTRPG every season. We have played Cyberpunk Red, Vampire the Masquerade, Pulp Cthulhu, Kids on Bikes. We are currently about to finish Season 7 as the final episode. The series finale of Avatar Legends is going to drop for Patreon members on our Monday. However, to everyone else, on Tuesday, before we get onto our secret, not so secret if you're on the Patreon Discord, next season, you get to find out what we're playing, what we're doing. We have original music, original stories, and one of us takes the role of the GM/storyteller each time. It's a fun time. It's a good way to, if you're not very familiar with games other than D&D, to see what's out there, different styles, different tones, different systems. That's kind of the ethos of what we do here at Roll to Cast, is to bring a whole different bunch of gaming styles and good fun times to the atmosphere and beyond. So what we do here is at the end of every month, as voted on by our patrons, we do Roll to Cast Live. And Chris, who had it this month, had 3 choices, and the lovely patrons decided that Dark Heresy for the second time is what they wanted to play. That is what we will be playing today. That's pretty much everything I think that needs to be covered. If you do like what we do and you would like to support us further, besides listening to the podcast and watching the stream, as we've said, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/roll-to-cast. There's episodes early. You have the chance to vote on what we do. At higher tiers, you can even play with us. Like, those are all options available to you.
Yeah.
And of course, because, Twitter is a hellfire and it's slowly dying in a pit of fire, just come over to our Discord and chat about all things TTRPG or pop culture related, or just drop a picture of your cat. It's really all there is to it.
Yeah, plenty of cat pictures.
That's kind of all from my end of the bargain. So let's jump over to Chris, our storyteller, for this evening's affair.
In the 41st millennia, there is only war. I'm not going to repeat what I repeated last game. Everyone who was there was there. I'll do a quick summary. This is a dark satire of fascism and terrible things in the future. It is satirical. It is absurd. 1,000 souls are sacrificed to a dying skeleton on Earth every day to keep this world, this universe going, this imperium of man. So don't take it seriously. Everything is a joke. Everything is a joke. Forever.
Yay!
Yes. And of course, Ellen, yes, has joined a gene stealer cult. We wish her well. We wish her
No, we
well
don't.
in her new Gene Stealer cult, and we hope she does take over the planet.
Yeah.
Praise be. Yes. So, we are going to take ourselves right to where we were with the latest moments. Phil, would you love to recap what happened in the last game? Do you remember?
Vaguely, yeah. You have to correct me if I'm wrong.
Please.
Three acolytes, fresh acolytes on a hive world. I don't know what hive world. I grew up there all my life. Probably don't even care what it's called.
You are on. You're in the capital. Which planet is that called again? Scintilla? I think it's Scintilla.
Yes, Scintilla. Yeah. So we were asked by an Inquisitor to go down to the Underhive, find a lord who was doing some archaeology down there in the Underhive, and uncovered a temple to the Emperor. So we went down there, we talked to some mutants, we killed some mutants because they tried to ambush us, which was unsurprising. When we came across this archaeologist and his Imperial Psyker lackey, he was extremely suspicious. All the people he'd gone down there with were missing, no trace of them, and he ushered us in ahead of him, very, very keenly ahead of him into the temple. No questions asked, which was suspicious in and of itself. And when we got to the heart of the temple, we found it defiled in the name of one of the Chaos Gods. The audience knew which one, I didn't. And then they tried to kill us because they had strung up all their soldiers, crucified them in the name of their terrible god. Two of my companions, one of them lost their face. I can't remember what happened to the other one. And I survived somehow by taking the Lord's
Name in
power
vain.
sword after his legs had been blown off and swinging wildly at the Psyker until they were dead.
Yes.
And that was it. I finished down there with the power sword, smoking my
Low stick.
the low sticks that my friend was no longer using because they didn't have space.
Yeah, that's correct. Immediate or like 2 hours in real time, a team is sent down to investigate you. And Inquisitor Astrid Skane herself arrives with another couple of acolytes. Some of them seem very fresh. Some of them seem very that they've been part of the team for a long time. And this is largely shown by how quickly they move about the space and how quickly they move about the room. Inquisitor Skane seems uninterested in letting good acolytes go to waste, as the two of your companions who are injured are kind of medi-evac'd out. At the end of the kind of evacuation and the purging, the wall of crucified figures is set alight by Flamer, Holy Flamer, burns away all of those sins, and it's you, Astrid, Inquisitor Skane, and a lowly acolyte who is what are you doing, Sean? What's the character? Jagadai?
What is Sean doing? Sean is reloading his character sheet several times because it refuses to save what I've put in there. So that's fine. But Jagatai, do you want a bit of a physical description?
Yeah, physically describe him and then describe what he's doing to please the Inquisitor that you're in the service of.
Two things, just because we didn't cover it. I am a boy who has zero experience in Dark Heresy. I think that's very important to note going forward. We didn't cover my experience in Dark Heresy, but there is no experience in Dark Heresy.
Well, that was a quick summary.
Barely know how to play the game, which is half the fun, and have never really engaged in much Warhammer or Warhammer 40k. So Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k, none of it really. So here you go. Now it's stopped freezing. So Jagatai, who is what is known as a Voidborn, creature. So for those who are unaware of the Voidborn, they were, generally speaking, the Voidborn are born deep in the bowels of spaceships, and they are kind of seen as strange people and keep a wide berth because they are closer to the unknown and the weird and scary parts of space that people would rather not think about. And he is also a tech priest, which makes sense to me. He was born around machines, so it makes sense that he's, if the one thing he is good at and is adept at, it is machinery itself. And that would explain why he worships the machine god. He's deceptively young at 17 years of age, but you wouldn't know that considering he finds himself at a scarily tall height. I envision around 7 foot, if that's not too out of the realm of possibility.
Be a bit lower, but like
lower.
6'5" is totally
All right,
possible.
6'5". Basically, I've created Slender Man. His lovely quirk is that he is completely hairless. There is not a single hair on this boy's body. He has a tall, hairless, gaunt, sunken grey eyes, fairly fair-skinned, and he just kind of looms over. And he's a bit of a slow boy, It doesn't quite catch on to things, and that's going to help me in terms of being able to play dumb to a lot of things that are happening in this campaign, because Jagatai doesn't know and Sean doesn't know. He only knows machines and the machine god. And Jagatai is kind of loping about and looking about. His eyes are scanning, mainly for threats and heretics, as it were. And he goes up to the Inquisitor, says, "What is your will?"
Jagatai, thank you for making yourself available to me.
Yes.
And she looks up at you. She's not nearly as tall as you. Plox, over here, thank you.
Lady, I have the Heretic's Power Sword for you in honor of your insight and victory.
She takes it. This will be examined for ruinous powers. I am deeply concerned that many of the machine tech that has been used here is tainted by the powers of chaos. You did not use such a weapon, did you?
Of course not. They attempted to use it on us.
Great, roll bluff.
Roll deceive.
Roll deceive, thanks.
Of course, no.
Of course not.
No.
Of course not. Yeah, I have deceive. That's fellowship. 38.
Yep.
93.
Okay, well, she fucking passed her her insight check, and you bold-faced lie to your Inquisitor.
Pass it off as a lie. Pass it off as a joke. Of course not. Of course not. But you know, when she like raises her eyebrow, or whatever, you know.
Oh, she just says nothing. She just takes it. She doesn't call you on it.
Oh, okay.
She. You get the sense that you did not lie. Well, and you get the sense that she saw through it.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say anything to confirm that suspicion. You know that awful feeling that you get when you lie to someone and you know they know,
and you know, but
they
neither
don't
of you say anything. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happens.
That happens. Whoops.
And Jagatai, in his looming red robes with his hood over his face, as a tech priest ought, the two of you are spoken to rather almost as on like peer terms. It's almost a casual chat, which is odd, very suspicious. Not suspicious. You'd never be suspicious of your Inquisitor.
No.
Definitely interesting. This family is clearly rotten to the core. I need you both to go to the upper hive and investigate the Decalis family. Iris Decalis, the sister to Tev, former lord, is reportedly very close to her brother, or was at least. I'll be sending both of you up. Jagatai, you will be Both of you will be incognito. You'll be there to do minor repairs to a work section of the building. I believe the chapel in the family grounds. There is something wrong with the acclimators there.
What is wrong with them?
Jagatai, nothing is wrong with them. That's a ruse we're using to get you both in there.
A deception. Yes.
Guess I'll do the talking while we're up there. Check it tight.
I want you to find out what you can know, find out how much this sister is in on it, and if there are other members of the family or members of their court, if you will, who have led them down this dark path. Chaos does not seize from nowhere. It is insidious. And if one lord and their psyker, an imperial sanctioned psyker, have already been turned, then perhaps the whole family is rotten to the core.
Rotten is unacceptable.
It's to be carved out.
Or burnt, however we do it. You
Did
can
we
smell,
find-
as she says that, the smell of holy flamer from the inside of the temple waft out. The smell of burning human flesh.
Joy.
Should we uncover heresy? Should we attempt to root it out ourselves or contact you yourself?
If the heresy is so widespread that it infects the whole family, it would be unwise for you to try and navigate it. I do not believe that to be the case. I suspect only 1 or 2 members of the family have been turned. Otherwise, we would see more obvious traitorous signs. If you find 1 or 2, deal with them. We cannot abide heresy on this planet, particularly in the best of us.
Acceptable.
All right, well, I'd best get into some work coveralls. Make sure I look the part.
Clothing arrangements have been made for both of you. Jagatai, you need change nothing. Blocks, she gestures to a small crate that's been loaded down by some of the other acolytes that were just milling about. Change. Time is of the essence. Move out immediately.
Yes, my lady.
Q Inquisitor. We shall not fail.
Of course not. The Emperor guides you both. Ave Imperator.
Imperator.
It looks quite unnatural on Jagatai, but it's almost like an invisible force has taken the sides of his mouth into a very unpracticed smile.
You change
yes,
into
I can
work
change.
cover ovals?
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm the assistant to the tech priest who's going up there to change the acclimators over.
Absolutely. So the journey takes you a fair day's travel. You're going up the hive.
From the low hive straight up.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you two have a quick? You're welcome to chat as you go. The travel is uneventful.
Yeah. Good luck talking to this asshole. What?
I mean, I can talk for both of us. I can just blah blah blah.
Plonk is your name?
It's Plox, actually. Yeah.
Plonk.
With an X.
What became of Tev? How did you deal with the heretic?
Tev blew his legs off. Yeah, with a shotgun.
Tev blew his own legs?
No. Another acolyte blew his legs off, and then I cut down his psyker friend with a shotgun. With his master's power sword.
Did you say shotgun? No.
I do like my shotgun. pets the shotgun. I like to use it where I can. No, we just turned on them. Just standard guns and blades.
Do you expect similar resistance from the sister?
Always. I'm always on the lookout for violence. Especially in the name of the Emperor. Having it sanctioned officially from above has made a bit of a turnaround for my life prospects. I used to just do it for fun.
Fun. Interesting. He just awkwardly lets that trail off, which is a common occurrence. Honestly, I feel this is a weird analogy, but this feels like a very Rocket Raccoon Groot vibe for this.
Yes, I think so. It's the muscle and the muscle man and the chatter. The talk.
Yeah, we got the straight man, funny man vibe going on. Yeah.
I feel it. He's not practiced at any amount of social skills, but he does try. Maybe he's been told that he needs to have a more especially if you're going on missions or such where you need to blend in. Maybe being a 6'5" silent, awkward tree is not the best way. So he often tries to engage in some of the more face tendencies to middling success.
Whereas Plox is very much like, he very much at least thinks he has the gift of the gab. So even if Jagatai is not saying much in return, Plox will give him, he'll end up with a story or two about his days in gangs in the Underhive, and they fly past somewhere. He's like, oh yeah, I remember I had a shootout there, and blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. So you can just kind of nod along.
His follow-up questions have nothing to do with the point of it's weird, obscure things that he's touching on, which kind of derails the stories quite often. And that I think that's what would take up the days, or the day, as it were, as they're traveling up. We don't have anyone with us, do we? It's just
the two of you.
Cool.
The night cycle rolls round, and you find yourselves in front of. You've made your way into the upper hive. You've managed to talk your way through using your overalls and the fact that you have a tech priest sort of in tow. It lends a degree of credibility to what you say, which is you speak like an underhiver who's coming up hive to do work.
Maintenance work,
yeah,
very deferential, very as it please you, just here to do some maintenance, just as you go.
Of course, my lord. Yes, of course. Sorry for speaking in such a
sorry for the smell of us.
Praise the emperor, so on and so forth.
Oh, Emperor small talk.
We love Emperor Small Talk. You find yourselves in front of a large, kind of country garden, gated community, or gated building.
Yeah.
Think like a minor palace in England. There is grass. There is water.
There's greenery.
Being sprinkled on the grass. From sprinklers. The gates are iron and iron wrought into curves and beautiful ornate swirls. And you can see a kind of pebbled pathway. This looks something out of 1940s England. Chris hasn't been watching The Crown recently. Definitely not.
No.
Not at all. It looks like an English country garden. On an English country manor. Quite large building. You can see that there is a main building which has 2 stories and might go back quite a bit. It's quite wide and has, you would guess, by the number of windows that face outwards, maybe 10 on the bottom row, another 10 rooms on the top row, and then how many more go back, you have no idea. It's a huge building. And then to the sides, you see at the far, if you look to the right, look quite a far way down, there's a chapel. So this place has its own chapel to the Emperor. But You see all of this through the wrought iron gates, similar to like a Willy Wonka deal, and the gates are closed with a woman standing out the front. She has a baton in hand. She's dressed similar to what an Albite might dress as, a police officer, Sean. But the police in Warhammer 40k are very similar to the Punisher. And they dress in a very similar style as well.
Yeah.
So they have very similar things. But this is not an Albite. This is not a police officer. This is not someone of the law. This looks like private contracted security, but designed to have the same kind of appeal. Yeah. What would you like to do? Sorry, go ahead.
It's not that Jagatai looks... He doesn't look disgusted. He just looks perplexed. Like, it's so much to take in, and it's something that he doesn't kind of attribute to anyone outside of the Emperor themselves. So he just kind of looks around, and before they get into earshot of this person, he just kind of... excessive a bit.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Do I do the talking, or would you like to have a go?
I think let me do the talk. Right, you just look official.
Look imposing. Official,
yeah,
yes.
Official, have your tools at the ready. We're here to fix acclimators, alright?
Does Sean have tools? Yes. Yeah. I've got some power cells and spare parts and...
Yes. You have a vial of sacred machine oil.
Yeah.
Which, Sean, just so you know, is regular oil.
It's just sacred.
Like for a car. But because machinery is in such a disarray, and we're in such a dark age of machinery, pouring oil into a car or any vehicle makes the machine...
It just works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's
in the same way that
act.
it's a holy act. To give an idea of the sense of it, if you were to change the oil in your car, right?
Which I should be doing, actually.
You should,
Yes.
and I should as well. What would be in the Warhammer 40k is you would consult the holy manual, you would consult holy texts, you would find holy supplies and holy ornaments, holy acts. You would bless the objects so that they work, and then you would apply the sacred oils to the machine. And if the machine spirit is pleased, it's not going to make a loud screaming noise at you. But if it's angry, it might blow smoke at you and make bad noises. So that's the world of 40k. Put oil in car becomes a sacred act because machinery is such a misunderstood thing. Nobody knows how machines work. They just work.
Great.
It has a priesthood.
Mechanic scammers.
Say again, sorry, Sean?
I just had a bunch of mechanic scammers is the world of 40k.
Oh, the tech priests don't even know. They don't even know. Yeah,
and Jagatai even less.
Yes, Jagatai is not smart for a tech priest. In fact, it is a concern.
Yes, he's very much fumbled his way through it. He just happens to have a knack for it.
Yes, clearly.
He works on things and they happen to work, and praise be to the machine god.
If you keep playing this character, please buy every intelligence.
It may be that Jagatai was harmed as a child and had some tech put into him to keep him from dying, and they're well, you're half machine now, might as well devote you to the tech, to become a tech priest.
I imagine he fell from a large height, from a balcony on the ship in an open plan towards hit the metal deck, and they did not expect him the last night, and through hell or high water and a bunch of machinery, he somehow kept chugging along.
He did.
And he seemed to be
this
reacting.
close to becoming a servitor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you really could have had your brain ripped out and just replaced with machinery.
Yeah.
To become a servitor, lobotomized properly. But no, they went the other way. They were like, nah, this kid's, maybe you come from an important void family.
Also, I think it's maybe just, he was he's quite tall. He can reach things that other people can't. They kind of need him around.
Andy.
It's important to have a tall tech priest.
Tall boy. Yeah.
Tall.
Please fetch the spare parts from the top shelf. Yeah, we'll stroll up. We'll stroll up to
You stroll up?
to this private security lady.
Yeah, she says, "That's close enough.
Lady,
What are you here for?"
work order. Acclimators need maintenance.
Maintenance.
And a tech priest.
Well, you don't want the acclimators to be improperly repaired. Then be breathing the smoke like the rest of us downstairs.
Huh? That's true. We wouldn't want to live like you lot.
Yeah, neither would I.
Roll a. What are you going with here?
I mean, I could go with a charm, bit of a smile and a wink towards
I feel like it's charming. I feel like that's an attempt at a charm. roll.
You wouldn't want to live like. You wouldn't want to have the same pustules that I have.
Yeah.
I'm gross, I get it.
Yeah, my fellowship of 38. I rolled 7.
Amazing.
Hey!
Amazing. You just. I'm gonna give this
the old
character.
Cockney charm.
I'm gonna give this character a name. Her name is let's find one. Alba. Alba.
What was your
easy.
name, by the way?
My name is Alba. What's yours?
Okay. Or a false name of some kind.
Okay. Well, what's the false name?
Tick.
Tick. Well, Tick.
Nine, boom.
It's a nickname.
Sure. I get off in an hour or so. Once your friend has finished fixing the acclimators, would you mind could catch up for a drink?
Why not? Why not? You can tell me how this lot lives up here. I'm very curious.
It's very different to how the rest of us live.
Yeah. Bit of tourism when we get set up here.
Don't wander too far.
Oh,
The acclimators are in the basement. Just so you know. So head straight in. On your right hand side there will be a door. Head down.
much.
And
So,
she presses a button and the gates swing open. But go on.
What watering hole will I find you in?
I'll find you. How about that?
Excellent. A bit later when the...
Sounds great, Tick.
Come on, Jack.
As you walk in, she gets a little brazen as the gates kind of swing shut. She says, "See those gates swing? They're not the only things that can go that wide." And you begin to head your way. Yeah, you begin to head your way into the main building. You see You see like 3 two-headed Aquila just landing on the grasslands here. This is a very wealthy group of people.
Wow.
To have grass and water just to waste on it, and
Animals.
an Aquila, 2-headed Aquila is cool. Sean, a 2-headed Aquila is a 2-headed eagle. It is the sign of the Emperor, the bird of the Emperor.
Locks, I do not believe you have the time to fraternize with this strange lady.
It got us in with no questions asked and no oversight. So if I don't have time to catch up with her, no harm. Eh?
Best we get to fixing the problems.
Yes, fixing the problems. You remember there isn't actually a problem, right? It's the heresy, right?
It's that nod where they agree with you, but you're not entirely sure if they're just nodding because they should be nodding or not.
Close enough. Close enough.
God, I love playing this character.
Okay, well, which house are we going to?
So there's the main house, just the main building.
Yeah.
And then if you want, there's the chapel on the side.
Okay, so
So you've been directed to the main house.
Yeah.
So this area is all their family estate.
Correct.
Okay, so what's the name?
The family name is the
Starts with a C, doesn't it?
Ducalis family.
Ducalis family.
Ducalis.
And we believe that the sister is most likely the one, or someone.
The brother Tav was, and the sister are very close, and Tav
Yes.
was a horrible heretic. So the sister is where we begin.
Yes.
So we know we can get into the basement without suspicion, right?
Correct.
But we need to investigate the rest of the house.
Almost certainly, yes.
Yes.
Guess it depends whether do we begin the ruse by heading to the basement and see if there's a way, and then just head into the house after that.
Yeah. I figure like we go down there and then we kind of work our way up.
We at least
From
want to
the
be seen
basement.
going into the
Yes.
place where we're meant
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, especially there's absolutely. I assume cameras exist or some sort of video surveillance exists.
Not really.
Great, makes our job easier.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. In this place, you could look around and there don't seem to be any. You suspect that this is probably because it would hurt the decor, the aesthetic of the place. An ugly machine tech pounded into the wall would be an eyesore.
And who would dare come up here and try?
Yeah,
and roll?
honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more just like the hubris as well, just to be like, we don't need cameras.
Yeah.
Why do we
Easy.
need cameras?
Yeah, in the same way that very rich houses tend, like very old-fashioned houses might not have like cameras on them. The fact that they're like, a mile in of green and like you have to drive all the way up, and they're like in a countryside location, and you wouldn't go to that sort of country like area, like the North Shore of Sydney. You wouldn't go to that sort of area unless you had money in the first place. Similar sort of vibes.
Yeah.
And they
Let
can
us-
afford to, pay people.
Yeah.
You like, Jagatai will look around. Well, should we begin with the fixing and then go to the searching? I haven't quite landed on where my accent is at the moment, but we'll see where it goes.
Jagatai, you're full of amazing. If there's any prying eyes peering out from any of these windows, let's keep the act up as long as we can, eh?
Acceptable. He'll defer to you to know, because he doesn't know where to go.
Yeah.
He'll look over you, but he'll wait for you to start going
We'll
forward.
go into
You
the
walk-
bounds of the building, yeah.
Yeah, you walk in and it is a huge building. There is a circular staircase in the center. There are like drawing rooms and luncheon rooms to your right and left. And this is staggering. The floors are this odd material. They're a very strange material. They are a brown material. And they seem to have lines in them that are sort of like ovals or circles. Some of them, like they get smaller, they become circles, but the wider they become like, and they're like in boards, I guess you might describe them. They're a very strange material. You haven't really seen much of it before. They're
Yeah,
shiny.
Heard of this stuff.
Is there any sort of check I can do to try and discover what this is that Jagatai is looking at? I'm
Yeah.
assuming this is some lovely
common
Dark
lore or
Heresy
something?
Easter egg.
Yeah, just give me a straight intelligence roll.
Oh, you know what? Great. What is his intelligence? This will be
I
fun.
think we got 31.
31 is absolutely correct.
Oh, that's
so let's
not that
try and
bad.
roll under
That's pretty
31.
alright.
34.
That's a 25.
25. So Jagatai, you know that this is the fabled wood that you've heard so much about.
From
These are wooden
trees.
boards from fabled trees. Now, according to what you've heard, trees hold up certain planets' like ship roof, which is blue, and actually just goes on forever. So these wooden trees, when they cut them down, they can turn them into ground or floor. It has a odd kind of knocking sound to it. It doesn't have a high-pitched ping like steel or iron. or any of the materials that you might find in a ship have. It's quite distressing, actually. It's not
The thud of
great.
rock-crete.
This is the weakest of metals. It does not even function like metal. Doesn't
I don't think
look
strength
like
is what
metal.
they're going for.
What are they going for?
I think they like the way light bounces.
Like is not really something you need to worry about. Like is not needed. It is what is strong. This is not strong.
Remember how we're discussing how they live in us priorities?
They are heretics.
Could be. But liking nice things and the way the light bounces off things, not in itself heretical.
There's a slight bit of disappointment flashes on Jagatai's face.
We're starting to develop some flashcards. Heresy, not heresy.
Yeah. And some people would say
Heresy.
that having an appreciation for an aesthetic is absolutely
Is
heresy.
heresy?
Yeah.
Like
What
this
do
is
you think Slanesh is?
Yeah.
like this is Jagatai, a large red-robed boy with just like electrical wires sticking out of the robes in various places. Like he's a machine slender man. A machine
asking
slender boy.
You're asking the right questions. Is this
Yeah.
heretical?
That is the right question.
Very possibly.
Very possibly. Who can
that's
say?
the answer is usually could be.
Enough.
It fits.
Heresy enough. You continue on down, and you're going down into the basement?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we'll look around while we're here. We'll see if we can. Any of the lords are moving about, or their servants, or anything like that.
It's completely quiet. There
Oh,
isn't
that's-
even a servitor to take your coat.
No one even
So we can't
opened
even hear anything in
Well,
like the distance. It's
we
like
opened-
silent.
We opened the door
You
ourselves.
open the door. Yes.
Okay, this is weird. This is weird. Okay.
Do you think?
Strange.
Do you think? How long has like this is real time? As in, like at the beginning of this session, followed directly on from the last session, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh. They do not know about Tev's unfortunate demise. At
We
this
don't
point.
know. Well, they could do. They could do. We don't know about that. They could have
It
spies.
didn't seem that Astrid, your Inquisitor, knew enough to send down a team after you.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
Well,
word
maybe if-
travels fast along the disgustingly wealthy.
Yeah. Well, they've got fingers in every pot of corpse starch, don't they?
We in danger.
Always. I wonder if how long we need to keep up the ruse if we're not being observed. Maybe we could ready our weapons and sneak about instead of going to the basement and poking around.
Yeah, Jagatai like takes that as a cue just to like pull the knife out from his robe and just kind of hold it awkwardly
Yeah.
in front of him.
I think that's wise. And
I'm
you're
gonna
going to-
reach into the bag that we brought and like give him his last carbine instead.
Great.
Maybe
He's got one in one hand, knife in one hand.
have
Last
fired that
pistol in the
before, right?
Yes.
Okay, good o. Usually it's a two-handed deal. Anyway, gonna pull
Not
his
quick
shotgun out.
enough.
Gonna pull his shotgun out and.
All right.
Have you ever stabbed and shot someone at the same time?
Well, here's a fun fact. I have ambidextrous, so yes, definitely I have.
Well, Jagatai has definitely tried. He's not ambidextrous.
Funny
So
story
maybe-
about that, actually. Funny story.
You
But
could
it's
have
for
fixed
later.
the knife to the carbine and turned it into a bayonet.
That's pretty smart.
I call it a stab shot.
You are full of surprises, he says, like pulling his flak helmet out of the bag and donning that as well.
All right. Are you looking to go down? You're not looking to go down to the basement.
Okay.
That's kind of mission objective is like the ruse is over. Let's start sneaking around and
Yeah,
let's start
because
finding shit.
the situation is highly suspicious now.
Yeah,
Because there
now
should
no one,
be-
literally no one's watching us.
Yeah, there should be servants, there should be servitors,
should.
there should be something happening here. And the fact that there's no one means that we're out of like disguise time and into sneaky what heresy is going on in here time.
Yes.
That's
Very fair.
that you agree with that, Sean? We'll get our weapons and just start sneaking about, trying to find out what's going on.
Heretics. Yeah, I think that like very much he will. The problem is as well is that for someone like Jagatai, being in this sort of like house, he doesn't know the first thing about like what is considered like unusual. Like he's taking cues from you, but this is already well outside of an environment that he's used to. Put him on a ship, put him out in the stars. Great, fine. He knows his way around. In this, what I'm assuming is akin to a mansion, basically,
Yeah.
with wide open spaces. Like he's not used to being able to like being indoors and standing his full height. Amazing,
Odd.
unheard of. Yes,
very.
strange.
Yes.
So he'll walk to the center of whatever open space they're in, and just start like looking around. Just trying to take stock.
It would be a bit more subtle than standing in the middle of this cavernous room.
There is no one around.
Yeah, I know. No one we can see.
They should show themselves.
Well, they won't. We don't want them to. We want to get the drop on them.
That might be difficult with my height.
Well, try and fold you into a few shadows.
Do you lead the way then? This place is unfamiliar.
Well, I'm not exactly any more familiar than you are, Jagatai, with luxurious manners.
You seemed the type.
I wasn't joking about the pustules.
He takes a step back. Where should we start then? Where might the heresies occur?
Again, no more familiar than you, Jagatai, with luxurious manners.
I guess I'm speaking rhetorically. And he just points in that way, and he'll point to the largest opening.
Yeah, great.
Excellent. Yeah. Well,
roll. Are
yes.
you sneaking away or just wandering in?
We'll sneak.
Okay, if you force him to, he will attempt to. Yeah, so he will.
Told him.
So both of you, please roll silent move and tell me what you get.
So that is my agility half.
Correct.
So if it's 31,
me too.
that would be what? 4?
If you're on
15?
what?
It's
I forgot
31.
Round it down.
I forgot
Yeah,
the
so
concealment.
So under
and
15.
Concealment and silent move are two different skills.
They are.
So
I can hide,
got
but moving.
I got a 87 over my 15 that I.
All right, that's quite a lot of degrees of failure.
I got a 17. My agility is 33.
Oof, just. That's 1 point off.
Yeah, 1 point off. Can I also listen while this is happening? Like,
yes, of course. Please.
yeah.
Please
I feel like before we start investigating, we would have had a
Yeah.
chance to like
Yeah.
have a listen and a look around.
Please
My
use
awareness
awareness.
is plus 10 because I put.
Do you want me to try that as well?
As well, Sean? Absolutely.
So mine is.
Fire.
I have to go under 48. I almost 50-50 chance on my awareness. Good. But I got a 59 under.
Oof.
I got an
48.
82 over my 39.
So we're loud and unperceptive. Great. Good job,
Yes,
us.
and you struggle to silently move your way through this building. It is largely because you keep getting distracted by things that you think might be something worth being aware of. At one moment, you walk into a large dining area. There is a dining table. Looks like it could comfortably sit 30 people, and there are 2 chairs on one end and 2 chairs on the other end. So it looks like the other 26 or so would sit on either side, 13 to a side.
A table of 30 people.
Yeah,
That's more. That is more people than Jagatai has had on his ship.
Oh, you would probably be the opposite. You would have many people on your ship.
Many people. I imagine
yeah.
it being on quite a small, kind of cramped, tiny vessel.
It would definitely be small and cramped, but it would not be a small ship.
Gotcha.
Ships are like cities.
So they don't really have like little almost cruisers or anything like that.
Not for space travel, no.
Cool.
They have them for like planetary
Okay.
travel, but not
Cool.
You were born in the void. You were born on a
Massive kind of.
Yeah.
almost
Everything
city
is
ship.
dialed up to like not 11, maybe like 16.
Everything is dialed up from like 10 to like 69.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's absurd. So yeah, you would have been on a ship that resembled a church, like a cathedral. It would have looked like a cathedral floating in space.
Yeah. So Jagatai will, like, you know, as you say, he heads up to the table. If there is paraphernalia or things on it, he will pick them up and inspect.
There are knives on forks and plates.
Yeah, he will inspect them, the kind of elaborate, ornate nature of some of these things, trying to decipher whether they're weapons or whether they are just, what is this? Like I don't know if you'll understand cutlery. Just the idea of like
probably not.
No, like
I don't think I would
these,
either.
are these just weapons laid out on the table, ready for some
Seems that way.
Is this a meeting, a battle meeting? And he pulls up. It is different, and he pulls up his knife, but similar.
I
Both
think
have
it's
the same
just for
effect.
cutting their food up.
You don't cut food; you put it in your mouth, and tear
Yes.
it with the teeth.
Yeah, we
He's
do.
correct.
Again, we do. They do
And
things
beginning-
differently.
I'm beginning to feel their differences need to be rooted out and solved. I will keep this knife.
Souvenirs on.
You are distracted momentarily by a double-headed Aquila banging on the window. It doesn't seem like malicious. It seems like a scared bird. And birds are idiots, so maybe it's attacking its own reflection. It's part of the reason why you fail your awareness check.
From the inside, banging to get out.
No, from the outside, trying to get in.
in.
You hear a bang, 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 and it flies off.
So what? Something's not right.
It's at
Where
this
is
point,
everybody?
It's at this point that you hear 2 voices. A woman's voice sounding very soft, and a man's voice sounding very flat. I heard something down there. I swore I heard something. Would we like to go investigate? Lady Iris? Why, yes, I think we should. I think we should see what's going on down there. With half the staff not here, on Tev's little adventure, I am a little worried. We only have a skeleton crew, and they begin. You hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
Jagatai just like he turns. He like looks at you. Say, okay, he's gonna like try and stuff himself under the table. He
Is
just,
there
like,
looms,
looms-
better to hide?
Looms his
than
head
that?
Not really.
down.
Okay,
just,
we
like-
hide under the table.
Roll conceal.
This will be great.
I mean, I have
Roll concealment.
concealment. It is an agility skill.
It is an agility skill.
33. 21 under 33.
So you succeed, and me.
Jagatai failed.
Jagatai does indeed fail, but not by much. It was 40 over 31.
Do you have concealment?
No, I don't have any of the skills that are on.
So it's not 31. It is.
You have no
half
basic
that.
skills.
No,
It has
like
no basic skills.
My basic skills
God.
are navigation and pilot.
Oh my god.
The other skills he have include tech use, literacy, secret tongue, trade,
Yeah. All my
ciphers.
advanced skills. Yeah.
All
And he
advanced
has
skills.
One,
Right.
2, 3, 4 forbidden laws.
But no actual practical skills.
Correct.
Like search,
Yes, he is
intimidate,
tech priest.
inquiry.
He does not need to do things. He needs to
No.
know things.
Yeah, you told him to hide, and he just like head first just starts looming himself very basically underneath, and maybe like a bit of his red robe is still poking out underneath.
Oh, well,
Right.
see what their role is to find us.
Oh no! You failed.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, let's roll the search.
Let's give you a chance.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give us a chance.
All
You
right.
didn't fail by that much.
No, that's true.
I don't like hiding.
You are tucked under the long table and kind of poking out between the chairs as two people enter. What you assume is Lady Iris. She is dressed in all white, and she has a large cloak of white, and you suspect many things hidden underneath it. She's dressed a little bit like her brother, Phil. You suspect that there is weaponry and kind of like a constant desire to go to war or like be in battle is not far from this family's kind of traditions. And you see another person, a male, and he is hunched. He is half stepping, half kind of like lifting a like portable typewriter with him. And he puts it down, and it's got wheels, so he wheels it along and begins typing out whatever Lady Iris says, or at least his hands move when she speaks.
Interesting.
That is.
He is a old man, maybe in his 80s, balding head with like slicked. The remaining like 20 strands of hair have been slicked back against the head, pince-nez on the nose, and the shoulders are hunched like this.
An adept or something. A scribe.
Something like a scribe, adept,
Something like that.
Maybe he does seem well dressed, but you're not sure whether that's because he's in a high position of power or because he is
A servant to someone.
a servant of a family.
Yeah, he is reflective of them.
Okay. But they don't
Correct.
immediately look under the table and be like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
What is that big tech priest and that small weird man doing under there?
The adept continues to type as the lady says, "I swore I heard someone. I swore I heard them. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. We should... What's that?" And she points to the red robes that are sticking out from the table, as the 6'5" man tried to hide himself and didn't do a great job of it. Is that... Whoever you are, come out.
Jagatai, before acquiescing to these demands, is just gonna like, I think like the way I imagine him positioned is just awkwardly like on his stomach, and his eyes are just like looking up where Plonk Plonk is. Plonk. And he'll just like give you a look of like, like, should he? Because she's only mentioned him. It's like, and he just kind of nods, and he'll slowly extricate
I'll
himself.
stay underneath. You get up there, see what happens.
He'll extricate himself from the bottom and just kind of loom up, and
I'm just gonna let you see how you handle the situation without my input.
And he'll just come up and stand his full height and just like almost like that strange thing of like, it's like he's just been called from another room. It's like, yeah, what would you like?
She is going to pull a stub revolver. Does she have a stub revolver? A stub automatic.
Well, she does now.
And level it at you and say, "Who are you? And what are you doing in the family home?"
I am the help. You needed fixing. I am here to fix.
No, as blessed as it is to have a member of the Mechanicus among us, we have not asked for help. Have we asked for help? The man He begins looking through the paper at like lightning speed. Nothing that I can see, madam. Nothing that I can see. Nothing
Most
that I can see, madam.
do not ask for help, but many need help.
I love it. I love it so much.
Get out of my house. Get out of my family estate now. What do you
require
mean?
fixing?
No, get out. Or I will call the Arbites and they will escort you out. You are not invited into my house.
This is...
By the throne, you have until the count of 10 to start walking away.
What happens after 10?
I will unload.
I understand. And he'll slowly turn around and he'll start walking. Is she going to follow, or is she just... Are they staying?
No, she's just waiting. Well, you need to walk past her to leave.
Yes.
To get into the main hall. So she doesn't... She keeps the gun trained on you.
Fantastic. I guess he'll attempt to lead her, give at least Plox a moment to do something while her back is turned to the table.
Okay, so when she's her
And
back
he'll
is...
start walking.
I don't want to like threaten her if she's like clean, because then we're in so much trouble. So I don't. Yeah,
We can
Oh,
I want to maybe
cover our tracks and say she wasn't clean.
just kill her.
Now you're thinking
and be
like an Arbite.
She was a heretic.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like an Acolyte. Now you're thinking like the Inquisition.
See,
Yeah.
like, either she wasn't clean and we did a good thing, or she wasn't clean and we did a good thing.
I like the way you think. Okay, when her back's turned, I'm gonna sneak out and put my shotgun to her back,
Silent move, baby.
which I don't have.
Get a
Good
plus
thing.
10 because you were concealed.
Good thing I'm not rolling this. If you need
Hey,
navigating,
so
I
my
can
agility
help with
is
that.
I'll give you another
33.
plus 10 because you are there is a distraction happening.
Okay,
So plus 20 in total.
The big
God.
6'5" distraction.
I got 48. Do I halve it after the plus 20 or?
You halve it and then add your plus 20.
Okay, so it was 33 divided by 2 and plus 20. I needed a 36 and I got a 48.
Ooh.
Nothing doing. She swings around, pointing the gun. She hears you and swings the gun, pointing at you. Who are you?
Can I react to that? Like, as soon as she swings away, can I go for a swipe?
What are you looking to do? Attack her?
I'm looking to disarm her and grab her, like a grapple.
Okay, then we move into initiative. Absolutely.
This has gone horribly wrong.
Well,
What are
we
you
was
doing?
going bad anyway.
Yeah, it was. It was. I always forget like doing stuff is really hard. in this
Yeah.
game. Succeeding at anything is really difficult.
I should have just said Jagatai was here to be a part of the local basketball team. That would have been more.
Yeah. Believable.
I am here to be your new power forward. Do you need a center?
Yeah, just gonna say are you more of a center than me?
I've always given the role of center, but I always wanted to be a point guard. Oh, my stats are shit.
Initiative.
Yep, so roll 1d10 and add your agility modifier.
Plus
My
one more because
agility
I'm
modifier.
wary.
Plus
Hey.
one more because you're wary.
Oh, nice. A 10, an 11, a 14.
Well,
Wow.
mine is half that at a whopping 7.
All right. Well, going first is Phil.
Great.
What did you get, Sean?
I got 7.
7. All right, Phil, you're first up. The kind of combat kicks off by Jagatai acting in a violent way or with an intention to do harm to another person.
Yes.
You see your companion move to do something. What would you like to do?
Drop the weapon, Lady Iris. gonna threaten her with my shotgun.
You're gonna intimidate.
Yeah. In the name of the Inquisition.
All right, let's see. You got your rolls there. Give you +10 because you are.
Outnumbering her, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a strength roll. So 34 divided by 2. I wish I had more skills. And gives me a 27 to beat. No, 71.
71.
Yeah.
To be clear,
Bloody hell.
Intimidate is a full action.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I'm not trying to kill her. I don't know if she's a heretic yet. I just wanted to not shoot us.
Yeah, fair enough. She doesn't resist. You just fail the roll.
Yeah.
Let me just check that to make sure. Yes. Yeah. She doesn't need to resist that. You intimidate. It fails.
Yeah.
It's her turn.
Yeah.
She says, "Intruders in my house! Kill them!" And shoots you. Yes. She'll take a half aim shot.
Right.
Glad it's you and not me.
I'll see if she hits me and then try and dodge.
Okay.
Let's see if we survive this whole
automatic. She's got that. Which
Just
is
gonna
not
get
great.
shot by the person who've come to him.
Okay. Wow. Her weapon jams.
Yay!
Yes. Very good. Very
All
good.
right.
Going to swipe her so good.
Okay. That's her turn done.
I'm like, ugh. Thank the Emperor.
Is it?
And the other person is going
the old
to...
man?
The old man.
The old
moves
man is
next.
quicker than me?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are slow.
What do you mean?
You're also full of machinery. That slows you down as well.
And holding a gun and a knife at the same time.
Yeah.
Holding a two-handed weapon and a knife for some godforsaken reason.
I have two hands. Why not use two weapons?
He is going to charge you, Phil.
Okay. Good.
He doesn't have a weapon.
Okay.
So he's going to try and beat you to death with his fists.
Good
His
plan.
old decrepit fists.
So he makes an attack against you with +10 because he's charging, so he can move his move and then hit you.
Yes.
He succeeds.
I will dodge
Wildly. Yep.
using my one reaction.
Yep.
Yeah, 19. I pass.
Okay, you just dodge out of the way of his charge.
It's an old man.
Yeah.
I just go.
Former lady.
Falls
Sorry, he had a snotty kind of voice. Former lady.
over. That sounds
Yep.
pleasant.
Yeah. Sean, it is your turn.
I mean, I have to go with what I said he was doing, which is literally just trying to grapple this. Yeah, grapple
Yeah.
her to kind of just eliminate her ability, render her immobile.
We definitely
Right.
needed to get into the grapple rules, of course.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
just about to say that.
We definitely needed to do that. That's
I felt like you didn't have enough to worry about, so I just
Yeah,
wanted to make it a little bit
exactly.
more complex for you.
All right.
Sean's like, I don't understand how this game works yet. I grapple.
Yeah.
Let's get into the minute details.
Yeah. Fantastic.
For anyone wondering, grappling is famously the most
Dumb.
stupid thing in every system possible. Like there is
Or
no.
I can just clobber
do
her
it.
on the head.
Do it.
Yeah, make Chris work. It's good.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'll grapple her.
Let's
all
see
right.
if we can manage it.
Almost certainly not, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think. This
Okay,
cannot
grapple, full
fail.
action. Whether you
Thank
you
you. Where
grapple
is
or
it?
being grappled, you may. I'm on
190.
page
190 or 197?
190.
Great.
But only take the grapple action. If grappling, pose strength test. Beat your opponent. Being opponent wheels damage. Doesn't actually say how to grapple.
Didn't you say it's an opposed strength check?
Yeah.
Like grappling. Instead of dealing damage with an unarmed attack, you can attempt to grapple and immobilize your opponent. You can attempt to grapple with either a charge or a standard attack. Resolve a grapple by following these steps. Make an unarmed attack by testing weapon skill as normal. So, Sean, weapon skill. What's your weapon
Right. 26.
skill? Is that a pass?
Let's find out.
Sorry.
No, that is my
That's your
skill.
weapon skill?
20. You rolled terrible stats.
I got a 41.
Okay, your roll fails. That's the end of the action.
I grab her and you miss.
She slips underneath.
She certainly does. The lumbering tech priest does not manage to grab the small petite woman in flowing white robes.
He just, it's almost just, he makes himself known before he does it. Stop.
Yes.
You just go to essentially hug her, and she just slips out underneath.
A bit similar to what Phil did just moments ago with the old
just
man.
sways out the way.
Yeah, there's two inepts. There's an old man and a young, gaunt dude, and two competent fighters.
Correct. Now, to be clear, both of you are in 2 melee combats. 1 melee combat with each other, right? You've gotten to melee distance, Sean, so ranged weapons will take a penalty. Moving away from her will give opportunity to attack.
Yep.
You want to swap out some melee weapons. Okay, top of the initiative. It's her turn. Sorry, it's Phil's turn.
Yes.
The old man is next to you.
I would like to subdue this old man.
Okay.
Grapple
do that?
him.
I guess I'll just hit him with the shotgun that I have.
Sure. Yeah, an unarmed strike.
Is there mechanics for throwing him into a window?
No, I'm afraid not. Nothing that's specific.
I'm just gonna give him a good whack with the butt of my gun.
Just a bit of a bop.
Yeah. So I'll give him an all-out attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't seem very strong, so I'm not too worried about dodging. So all-out attack plus 10 to weapon skill, cannot dodge or parry.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so my weapon skill's 31, so 51. I got 51.
You got on?
I got on, yeah, 51.
Well, he is going to try and dodge.
Yep.
He will fail.
He did not. He failed. He failed very hard.
Okay, so I hit him with the butt of my shotgun.
Yep. How much damage are you doing? 1d5.
Is it 1d5?
Yep.
I don't know the rules for using weapons.
It's 1d5.
5.
An unarmed strike is 5 damage. Amazing.
Yeah, I got 10. So.
Let me check because unarmed strikes are kind of cool.
Give him a contusion.
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock them out, like in case they're not actually heretics, just in case. I'm hoping they are heretics, but you know, I wanted to check his typewriter to see what heresy they're talking about, if I can even read.
Yeah, I like this. Like, even if maybe they are heretics, and we will just never know the reason or what they're doing because we just kill them.
Just kill them.
Another day, another dollar.
Other heretic passed out.
Job
Well, we
done,
are
all.
incompetent. I love it. We're doing great.
I feel like you are competent, and you've just been dealt a very bad hand again.
You're like, let's go in there. Okay. Oh no, we've been caught.
Well,
Okay, he takes some damage from that attack.
Yeah.
And now it's Iris's turn.
Stand down.
Oh! Ah! He's trying to block it with the typewriter, but there's paper and ink going everywhere. And it's not being very effective.
Inquisition, stand down.
Whoa, you're saying that?
Yep.
Okay, all right, that'll change this. She quick draws a... what does she quick draw? She quick draws her... Do you want me to go hard on you, or do you want me to be easy?
Hard.
Hard? Sorry, Sean?
Harder.
Hard? Okay.
Harder.
She quick draws her power sword.
Oh god.
I'm using the same stat block.
Yeah.
And she makes an all-out attack against Sean.
Bring it.
So plus 20.
Coward.
Can't dodge or parry, so that's good.
Can't dodge or parry, so that is 45. She misses.
With an all-out
That's a
attack too.
mistake.
That's great.
Yeah. But she has a blue glowing power sword. These things are stupid expensive, Sean, and stupid powerful.
Is there a way to sunder?
Sunder?
Yes, I want to take that weapon off her and potentially break it when
you could kill her.
That's a good way to do it.
That is the usual way of doing these things. She says,
no.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I was just saying, it's not even I'm last in the initiative order, so we'll see what happens when it comes.
She says, Inquisition! Absolute garbage! Who are you really? Heretic! And the old man is going to try and... The old man is going to try and hit back. Phil?
Yep. Sure.
He misses.
Oh, I can't dodge anyway, so...
No, that's fine.
Yeah, so this is just... This entire fight is just 4 people screaming heretic at each other.
Yes! It's welcome to Dark Heresy.
Heretic! No, that's what I was going to do!
Yeah, honestly. That's actually the conceit of the first schism, is the Horus Heresy. Is
Everyone, you're a heretic. You're a heretic.
You're a heretic. Phil, it's your turn again.
It's my turn.
Oh, sorry, Sean. It's your turn now.
I'm slow, but I'm not that slow.
I just realized my unarmed strike should have had Righteous Fury on it.
Oh, did you roll a 10?
I rolled a 10, yeah.
Became
roll
a 5,
again,
roll again. Let's
this
see if we get
includes the result of 10 when using a D5, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
It's Sean, if you roll a 10 on your damage,
you get
another attack.
Extra 2.
Yeah.
Extra 1, because it's D5.
Extra 1. Okay.
Or do you just add the result of the D10?
No, you roll another attack.
Okay. Oh, you roll another attack to hit, don't you? Right, it's a
confirm.
confirmation attack. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll the confirmation. 87, I missed anyway.
Okay, it's unmodified. Okay. Sean.
Well, now that we're in melee range and she's decided to bring a power sword to the fight, the knife that is in his hand is he's just gonna use some brute force to try and stab this woman who is claiming them to be heretics. The heretic.
Yeah, very fair. Phil, did you add your strength modifier to your melee attack?
No, that's an extra 3.
Fantastic. Great, Sean. Make your attack against her. She can't dodge or parry.
Is that just a weapon skill roll?
It is. So you can either aim or you can do like an all-out attack. It's really up to you.
And what is the difference in terms of how it's...
Aiming gives you a +10.
Yeah.
An all-out attack means you can't parry or block, but it does give you a +20.
Because my weapon skill is 26, I'm just going to do an all-out attack to give myself the best possible chance to hit with it.
Yeah.
And
you're
so
using a knife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which has been taken away from my character sheet due to the fuckery that is this goddamn PDF.
That's all right. I know the stats for a knife.
So, which means my weapon skill have to get under 46 instead of 26.
Correct.
Great. Watch me botch this. Hey, 36.
All right.
Success.
Roll a d10 to deal your damage.
D10.
Sorry, where did you hit?
Oh, I get to choose?
No. What did you roll? 36?
Yeah, 36.
So that means you're in the 63. So you inverse the numbers, and that is the body.
That is the body. Great.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I was hoping for. So he kind of like stabs down.
Yep.
Because he's looming over.
Yep.
Just kind of looks at her with this power sword that kind of came his way, and just kind of like, it's not even like an aggressive move, it's just a lunge forward and down with his
simple.
knife.
I love it.
And like, because of that, he literally just did 1 damage.
You rolled a 1?
Just a 1.
So 1 plus your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is going to be 2, so that's a 3.
Okay. You poke through her robes, and pulling the knife away reveals that she has a mesh vest underneath her white robes. Yeah, she's fucking strapped.
He just frowns in disappointment. Like, I wanted more.
Yes. She says, Inquisition! Absurd! Why would you attack us?
You attacked us first. You put a shotgun to my head.
Phil.
Your brother was a heretic. He was doing foul rituals in the bowels of the city.
Are you looking to convince, or are you looking to attack?
I will try and convince her. Yeah, I've given the old man a good whack, and I don't feel particularly threatened by him and his pathetic fists at the moment.
Yes.
After giving him what for attempting to hurt me. So I will
Giving
use
him the
my
what
turn.
for?
I will use
You're gonna
my
use
turn
charm?
instead to try and convince her that
Very
yes,
good.
that is the reason I'm here. Her brother is a heretic, and I am here to investigate her.
Amazing.
What would I use?
Charm.
While Phil's
Charm?
looking that up,
Yep.
is there any like insignia or any sort of identification that we are given?
There is, but you are not given it. It is a massive liability to give acolytes. So it's called the Rosetta.
Yep.
And it basically is...
A big eye.
Yeah, it is a fucking powerful thing in the canon of the game. With the Rosetta, you can basically go nearly anywhere. Like, you know how I said you probably weren't going to go to Mars as a tech priest?
Yeah.
You go to Mars.
Yeah.
You want to get on that ship? You show the Rosetta. You get on that ship.
Actual
So the idea
Inquisitors
being
get her.
because we
Yeah.
want to be able to utilize like plausible deniability in the sense that like, hey, if you fuck up, we denounce you, you're a nothing.
Yes.
That would be basically a moot point if we had the Rosetta. 'Cause it's like, well, you can't deny us.
It's like when
Yeah.
the secret ops don't have like the badge of their military, the country on their shoulders.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
They
Yes.
wouldn't. They also wouldn't give their informant like deep embedded in
Yeah.
in the terrorist cell a badge, right?
Yeah.
Dope. Well.
Yeah,
we
well, I
can't
got
use that then.
81, so that's a no from me.
81.
Yeah, so I'm just like, brother, he's
If you want, you can re-roll using a fate point.
my one fate point. Yeah, go on, why not? I really needed to cut it out.
Hey, we
Stop
might die
acting
here,
up.
so
Yeah.
let's use it. I have 2 fate points. Oh.
Yeah, 21.
Wow. Okay, you convince her. She falters, I believe.
Yeah, under what is it? Fellowship? Yeah, under 38. Yeah.
You tell her what?
We are the Inquisition. Your brother was doing foul rituals in the heart of the city, and now we're trying to see how get off me, off. How deep the rot goes.
She halters, puts down. Sorry, she has a power sword. Puts down the power sword. My brother,
Yes. Your
and you
brother,
know his name.
Tev. Was right. Huh?
Yeah, Tev. T-E-V.
Yes. Tev.
She puts the power sword away and says, "Well, pleased to meet you, Inquisition."
Acolyte.
An acolyte?
Well, we're obviously not like Inquisitors.
No, I know.
It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious, right?
Yes.
Well, yes. Servants of the Inquisition.
We clearly have something to discuss then.
I'll help the old man up.
He's
Dude.
bleeding from the face and is like, Inquisition. Oh.
Did you
Begins
two?
typing.
He begins typing.
Try to
Did
use
you
his
two
blood to-
want your? Did you two want your brother dead?
What a question to ask. The Inquisition knows no politeness, no civility.
Well, we're not paid thrones for civility. We're paid to efficiently root out evil.
You did not answer the question.
Let's sit down and we'll discuss this further. And we'll take a break there.
Yay!
Oh,
We survived.
You did.
survived getting caught underneath the dining table.
So for those that have been sticking around, this is where we take our mid episode break. We'll be like a short, like 5-10 minute break. So feel free to stick around. We'll have a second half of this Dark Heresy one shot, and basically see if we're able to escape with our lives or our dignity, or without squashing any heretics, which would be a damn shame. But thank you to everyone that has been listening so far. We hope to see you come back, and we will see you very shortly.
Bye.
Ciao. Thanks for hanging
Bye-bye.
out.
See you soon.
Imperator.
Welcome, everybody. This is part 2 of the November edition of Roll to Cast Live, where we're playing Dark Heresy. Myself, I am Sean, and I am playing the Void-born tech priest known as Jagatai, the slow, tall, gaunt boy. Phil?
I am Phil. I am playing Fox. I am a hive-born scum.
And my name is Chris. I'm the GM for this game of Dark Heresy. Sean, would you love to give us a quick recap of what's happened in the first part of this live stream so that catch everyone up?
Absolutely. So continuing on from last month where Plox, as well as the other acolytes around him, went down into the lower part of the hive world, where they sought out a individual called Tev, who they believed to potentially be a heretic. Turns out he was. However, as the other two acolytes were whisked away, potentially to be, well, for whatever reason they were, Plox, as well as another acolyte by the name of Jagatai, was tasked with another mission, which was to go to the house of Tev, where the family resides, and to see how far the heresy has spread, if at all. So the two of them, under the guise of doing maintenance work on the lavish, the ornate mansion, as it were, went in under the guise of doing maintenance, where really they're looking to investigate and see if they could figure out where, if any, heresy was being bred and spread. They unfortunately came to a mansion that was pretty much empty as far as they could tell. No sounds, no sights, nothing to be heard. So they freely went into what may have been a kitchen or a large dining area with 32 seats, where they began to hear noises, one belonging to Iris, who is the sister of Tev, and an old man who likes to write everything down. They unfortunately and very inexpertly hid under the table to no avail, started to engage in a combat, also to no avail, until finally, thinking quickly and rolling well, Plox decided to mention not only who they were, but what they had done, at which point the combat has finalized with little to no casualties besides a potential contusion for the old man, and they're about to sit down and discuss what may or may not happen going forward.
We take up straight away as the action. You two are sitting at a dining table, a long dining table. The old man has gone into the kitchen as it is bringing out tea, and Iris sits across from you. Her las pistol, a compact las gun, her las pistol rather, is on the table. This is different to her stub and her, so she's fucking strapped. But they sit on the table in front. She has her hands clasped, her white gown covering what could be armor. The two of you are sitting across from her, and she says, Inquisition. Acolytes, at least.
Yes.
Tasked with rooting out heresy from your family.
And you saw my brother was caught up in this.
Caught up.
Well, he was.
He was leading the whole thing.
I'm unsurprised.
You suspected this?
I put word through my channels that this might be happening, and I'm glad to see that the Inquisition has acted. My brother was the head of the house. I had no authority over him.
But you were close.
Close enough to see what he was doing was leading us towards the ruinous path.
And how did he discover this temple? How did how did these ruinous powers worm their way into his thinking?
I have no idea.
I believe that for a second.
But I think you can roll scrutiny if you'd like.
I'm glad, because there are so many things I want to ask, but Jagatai wouldn't. So this is predominantly on you. So I'm like, he's not a one to be like, so tell me, how exactly did you
71.
She does know. She's just about to tell you.
Okay.
Sometimes it pays to be slow talking.
Yeah, I know.
It does.
It's not Plux's MO.
Yeah.
She says, there is someone still here at the house. I don't know who it is. I know that I can trust Fernandes. And as the old man walks in, she gestures to him. He's got tea, and it's kind of like precariously put on the wheel of his typewriter. He's kind of pushing him along. Would sirs like tea? And he puts it down in front of you.
Okay. Jagatai will like go. You say there is a heretic in the family, but do not know who?
I do not wish to confront them, whoever they are.
You are afraid?
I presume that whoever it is still resides here in
Your
this house.
family or amongst your staff?
Amongst the staff.
And you believe they have influenced your brother?
That is my suspicion.
Who would have his ear?
2 people that I know who live here. Bethor, a family psyker. And, though it pains me to say, Arguran, the family priest. If Arguran is doing his duty, then my brother would not have fallen towards the ruinous powers. He would not have pursued forbidden knowledge. I don't know if Arguran is incompetent, or whether that incompetence hides malicious intent. And Bethor, well,
A psyker.
never trust a psyker.
Could it be both?
I hadn't considered that. Yes, it could. Or it could be neither. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what ruinous powers look like. Chaos hides. I know the Emperor's light. I know the path of the divine. I do not know these forbidden knowledges. This lore to me is not lore that I am practiced in. And why should I?
They give us lowly sorts the task to root these things out so that fine ladies such as yourself don't have to sully your hands.
Good.
Can Jagatai do something akin to a sense motive or a perception just to see if
Scrutiny?
just to see if what she is, if she is telling the truth or if she is just taking us for a ride?
Yep.
It's a perception check.
And not only is it going to be a perception, it's going to be a half of a perception.
It will.
So that's going to be what's that? That is going to be under a 19. It's going to have to be.
Good luck.
Watch me do it. Watch me get a 76.
You could fate point to reroll.
You know what? Why not? Why not?
Okay.
I've got 2 fate points. Let's.
I mean, it is important to know whether she is lying on.
Yes. All right. So let's go. He's just sitting there, just like eyes narrowing, just trying to get a read on this person. Which is
Fry.jpg.
Yeah. Oh, come on! You were rolling on the 1! It was going to be a 19, and then it decided to be a 39. Sorry. I'm very wrong. It's worse than that. It's a 93.
Okay, you have no idea how human people talk.
No.
Machines use binary, and you do have the secret tongue of the tech priests, which uses a sort of binary code. It is much more simple than that of these the Gothic tones that people speak in. They complicate things with emotions and feelings. Why? When pure machinery is clearly the way to go.
I think it's a thing of like, he understands that he doesn't understand, and therefore he can't act on it. So it's like, well, she's probably telling the truth, and Clocks seems to be on board with it, so fine. If I get the opportunity to smash her, I'll do that when the time comes. If it needs to.
Smash. Yeah. We'll need access to their private quarters to continue the investigation.
Bethor's is on the 2nd floor. next door to my brother's. And of course, Argan's is in the chapel.
Which was across the way. He points in the rough direction of where the church was on the
Yeah.
grounds.
Yeah.
Should we split the party?
Would you care to accompany us in case they come cornered and aggressive?
I would much rather you do it yourselves. Though I am happy to accompany you if you'd prefer.
Yes.
Well, should they ask questions about what we're doing at home or assent, go along?
Very well.
It would be better not to have the same thing happen that happened when you first saw us.
Very well. Who would you like to speak with first?
Well, we're here. We might as well speak to the Psyker. I know their twisted minds are conduits for chaos, so my suspicions grow from there. Especially hearing their room is next. Brothers, let's go poke around.
All right. She takes you upstairs. This beautiful wooden ornate staircase. Up a flight of stairs, up onto the landing pad. She takes you down towards the right. You see a master bedroom, and then next to it is a kind of like small alcove. We might, in like Western, we might consider like a maid's quarters or something like that. Very small, very functional. She knocks.
Okay, so
Berthor, open, please. The door opens. The wooden door is edged with metal, and so as the door opens, it clearly had like a seal along it, as incense and smoke billow out from his quarters.
heresy.
What is it that you wish to speak of, my lady? The man sitting before you is seated cross-legged with his hands in a sort of that sort of gesture.
A gun pose.
Yeah, sort of like a prayer thing. It's
Yeah.
tense. His whole body, he's shirtless. He has weapons to the left and right of him, a pistol and a knife. And he's in a ritualistic circle. There are paintings on the walls and that sort of thing. Would you care to have a look at them?
I was going to say,
Yes.
does it look like a ritual towards the emperor or the machine god, or something entirely different?
Definitely not to the machine god. There's no incenses or oils that you would associate with.
Yeah.
As towards the emperor, psychics just do shit that makes psychic powers work. Sean, Phil, you would have no idea.
I have common
But-
law, Imperium.
You would
I
not
have-
know.
I have a thing here. It says advanced skills, ciphers.
You no, but you could definitely use forbidden law warp if you
Yes,
have
I
that.
do have that. I do.
Alright. So you roll on intelligence there.
Great. This is the first. It feels like
Yes,
the first
this-
time I'm not doing
this is
half
why
my
you're here.
skill.
This is why you're here. I have no idea if this is heretical or not. I need you.
Well, you're going to need me again at another time because it's 87. We'll try
Okay.
again later.
So you have seen similar sort of actions before. You know. Oh, by the by, just before I continue on, please use your skill lists if you see an opportunity or want to push for it.
Yeah.
You see. You've seen this sort of psycho behavior before. Astropaths are people that safely traverse ships through the void, through the.
To be clear, I failed the roll significantly.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, great.
So you've seen this sort of stuff before.
Great.
This is not uncommon.
He says nothing. There's nothing to report, so why say anything?
Go for it.
I'd like to kind of look an eye over the painting, see if anything looks amiss, something looks matches what I saw in the temple.
Sure, absolutely.
Laid bodies, defiled eagles.
Yeah, give me a search roll. You know what? Give me an evaluate roll.
Evaluate. That's intelligence.
Yeah, I want to see if you understand like the wealth that this might have or anything like that.
Nope. 99.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Paintings are expensive, and the scummer in you is like, I can sell those. That's what this is for. This is clearly a very rich person. Sean, is there anything else that you'd like to try and make a roll for?
Yeah, I'm just having a look in here. I mean, look, very like again, maybe it will just be a thing of he will. I'm looking to where was it? I just saw this. I'm in a scrutiny again just to see if this person is immediately putting on some sort of show or some sort of facade.
Yeah,
From the moment he opens this door, is this a true evaluation of the person before him?
Yeah, for sure.
Great. That's going to be my perception halved. Oh, actually, yes, one under. I
Wow,
got
fantastic.
18 under 19.
Amazing. You can tell that this person is being candid with you. They are not lying. They're not put on any airs. They have been clearly, they are openly frustrated with you. And even the lady that he should have deference to. So he isn't doing anything out of the ordinary. He isn't doing anything. In fact, it isn't anything suspicious. What's more suspicious is how familial he seems and how kind of rude that is.
He's not like, oh crap, oh no.
No, he's not pushing things away. There's no like eyes glancing to you and then glancing to particular things in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll start questioning.
He almost like look over to Iris and talk to her rather than to him. Say, "What is this one? Wait, this way. What is this one's purpose in the house?"
She says, "It is important to have a psyker among the staff to protect us from those who would harm the family."
And you are not.
Failed.
You are one of the heads of the house. Yes, Iris.
I am. Yes.
Why
What do you mean failed? What are you talking about, stranger?
Powers of chaos have crept into mind, master. One who occupies the room right next door to you.
My lady, give me permission to kill this worthless interloper now. She says, hold. It is hard to hear, but the master of this house has fallen. He has passed away only today. You serve me now. And you can see his eyes, like, he looks fucking livid.
Is it?
I wonder if he's more angry about the death or the chaos. You go.
Would you like to scrutinize?
Yes. Let me quickly do that. I wish I'd taken scrutiny. I don't know if it's in my skill package. 85. Nope.
No. Okay, Sean, continue on.
Iris, is it usual for this one to be as rude to you as he is being?
I was not the lady of this house until now. What is usual will change, I'm sure. He still serves this house, and by extension now, me.
I must hope, for his sake. We are looking to root out heresy within these walls. That would not pertain to you, would it, Psyker?
I have been a loyal member of this family and have served it devotedly for years.
Loyal to a master, self not loyal to the emperor. You can see how that might land suspicion upon yourself, can you not?
Who are these two, and why do they continue to sully the name of your house?
Speak for the Inquisition. Rooting out heresy as colleague. So rightly put it.
He looks you over as incredulously. The minute you say Inquisition.
Just give him the yeah. Look us over. It's extremely dangerous for us to lie like. So
Yeah.
Yes.
why would we?
Well, I have nothing to say to you. Because I have nothing to hide. My loyalty is to this house.
And to the Emperor, I would hope.
Of course.
Then maybe you can explain how such corruption wormed its way into this house without your knowledge.
What corruption are you speaking of?
The former head of the house, Tev.
What about him?
Dark
Tev.
ritual vows.
And so he no longer exists.
Liars.
Not. I was there, witnessed it myself. He had a psycho with him, not you.
No.
You know her. I describe
Another
her to
lie.
him. I describe her to him. Not lies. Not lies. And this defense of simply dismissing what we're saying does not lend credibility to.
Lady Iris, these two are clearly not members of the Inquisition. They are servants of chaos. How did they introduce themselves to you? How do you know them? How do you trust them?
We are asking the questions. And you are evading every answer. Should we have you scooped up? Interrogated?
Do it. Scoop me up, powerful Inquisitor. Scoop me. What?
First,
You think this is
you
the first
answer.
time this house has stood against ruinous powers like you? Those who have tried to take my lord's power from him? I will not bow
Your lord's
to this
powers.
lady until I have seen his death. Show me his body. Show me his artifacts. Show me his possessions, and I will believe you. Prove to me that the lord of this house has passed.
Did you take anything off him?
I took his power sword, but I gave it to the Inquisitor. I don't have
Did you
anything
clean?
else.
Did you? You mean? Am I correct? Did not the entire viscera of the creature wash over onto you? Did you clean? Would you have cleaned yourself up?
In the travel, I suspect you would have to
Yeah.
try and get up into the.
Yeah, I
upper-
wouldn't have
Right.
turned up covered in.
No.
I don't know. How can I convince this guy that I was there and I saw him and?
You might just not be able to.
Am I remembering correctly? Was it? No, Tev wasn't. Tev wasn't the one that had the brother, the twin brother. No, that was
No.
No, that was someone else. Damn.
That was a mutant.
That was one of the mutants.
down there.
Whether or not you believe us, quite frankly, is irrelevant. We still have a mission to uphold, and there is still another to speak to. If you believe yourself to be so outside of heresy, perhaps you can give us information onto the other. If you were so blind to the heresy of your once former head, have you not noticed anything unusual about others?
I will not speak to either of you further. You insult the family honor. You insult me, and you insult my lord. How dare you? Leave me. He stands up. At this point, you realize he's like in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
Quite young. He clearly has like a branded seal on him, like a mark on him, which is a branding that he's sanctioned as a psyker, and he shuts the door on you.
Well, he certainly is confident.
Is
My
he
lady.
usually this unpleasant?
He is loyal to the family, and as of yesterday, that was my brother. I still cannot believe that my brother passed.
Leave it, my lady. You had been lured far from the Emperor's. With your permission, could we investigate his...
I don't imagine you'd get him out.
No, late brother's...
Ah, of course.
They're like right here, so I thought...
Yeah. You open the door. It's a lovely, way too big bedroom. There is a data terminal in the corner. You suspect that's for writing out like just tech stuff. And there's a desk with a quill and ink.
Data
And
terminal,
parchment.
you say?
Data terminal, I say.
Can
And then, of course, there's wardrobes, chests, a large bed, all sorts of stuff.
Jackshire immediately wants to go towards the data terminal to investigate and see if there's anything on there on Tev or potentially anyone else.
Great.
We can be pointed towards.
I'll look through the
tech
papers
use.
and the desk while you're doing that.
Great, that's going to be my intelligence.
Sean, Phil, search, and Sean, you use tech use.
Great, that is a success. 24 under 31.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, there is a small password. You're able to hack in. You're able to bypass it.
He looms over and sits himself down on what feels like a seat too small for him. It creaks underneath his gaunt frame, and his lithe fingers spread, and like he allows his hands to just caress over the keyboard and feel it and get a sense for it before, what seems like the first time, relaxing into this mode and getting extra close to the screen, begins to work on the unit itself and see what he can find.
Yeah, it is very. You commune with the tech spirit, the machine spirit inside. This thing is rudimentary at best, which is good. Computers, anything with data should not be sophisticated. In it, you find musings about the quest for knowledge, and how if the glorious God Emperor himself has 1,000 souls sacrificed to him a day, why should not those in leadership? It only makes sense. After all, generals have people die going out onto wars, and that is in service of the Imperium. The servitors are, of course, people in service of the Emperor and the Imperium as a whole. So what exactly, and cornstarch is a way of feeding the entire empire, the Imperium of Man, for many places. So why, by the throne, why should not those in leadership, particularly those on the high end of the hive, not have souls sacrificed to them? It seems appropriate. By showing a life and a life debt, you finally serve your betters, and through this, of course, power and knowledge can be obtained that might better show a light for the Imperium. I mean, it doesn't go as so far as to say, but it does kind of heavily imply that if the Emperor's light is on Holy Terror, well then why not more holy lights all throughout the empire, throughout the Imperium? What's the harm in that?
It appears your brother had a high opinion of himself.
Oh yes, I knew that.
Unfortunately, no one else is expressed within these musings. Appears we have done service to the Emperor. Feel free to look yourself if you need further proof.
She does. She begins searching through the data terminal, looking at his musings, his diary entries, his thoughts and opinions.
Like he used his own twisted logic to justify depths that he sank to. He began by searching the Emperor's light, fell to darkness. His priest should definitely have taken him from this path. He knew that his thoughts were trending.
His mind was weak.
Phil, are you doing a search check?
I got 96. So
Right,
Hey.
cool. You find a pendant of the Aquila. Like many around.
yes, the trappings of the Emperor are unsurprising.
Yep.
The rest of these seem to be official documents. Head nor tails of them. Do you
Quite
know
a
why
few of
he
them
might?
Quite a
ca-
few of
ca-
them are in High Gothic as
Yeah,
well, so you can't even read
I
them.
don't read.
Eh.
Do you know why he might have kept private papers?
She shakes her head. I have not been into this room.
Well, I feel like Jagatai wouldn't do a second search over. If you've looked over and said there's nothing you can find, Jagatai, that's why
If there
question
is,
that?
yeah. If there is a clue in here, extra clues, a hidden diary or writings, I can't find it.
Yeah, I found the computer.
Yeah.
It's gone to the computer.
It doesn't
my
mention.
job done.
Yeah, and it doesn't. It gives at least it's proof to her, that what we're saying is above board. She can see his descent into heresy.
Yeah,
So that
it doesn't say. P.S. The psyker is also on board.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
priest told me to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go visit the priest. I don't think there's anything else we can glean in here. Do you think, Sean?
Not that Jagatai is going to find. I feel like we might have. Look. I'm hoping that tech priest to priest, we can get a little bit more out of this individual if he's not a heretic himself.
Very good. You walk outside. The two-headed Aquilas sing their little songs
Yeah.
as they walk and find their place among the grass. And you begin to make your way down to the chapel. Iris is not with you. She is staying behind to read the...
I was going to say the musings.
Yeah, and she is going to do her own search of that space.
Great.
But she's convinced we're above board now, so she's letting us roam the grounds. Or she was going to let us roam the grounds anyway, so
Yeah.
thanks.
The fact
Yeah.
that you've gone into her brother's room and been like, see, heretic. She's like, yeah, no love lost there. And also, that makes sense. So,
Yeah, okay.
cool.
God, I hope she's not a fucking heretic. We're just gonna get ambushed.
What if everyone is? What if this
Everyone's a
entire
heretic.
goddamn
The whole
house-
house.
That's how
and
you're
we-
thinking like the Dark Heresy.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's right. And we're just like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
Um,
We think everything's fine.
Yeah,
We see a
okay.
flying creature. It's a heretic. Kill it.
Yeah. That one that was pecking on the window was.
Kill
Heretic.
it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, heretic.
Yeah.
Let's head over to that good old fashioned.
Is it double
Fucking
doors? Can I
chapel.
Aragorn them open?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a small chapel. It seats
Oh.
around maybe 80. You can imagine it being used for like small family events. And you suspect there is probably a crypt underneath where family members have been entombed. You get that feeling from it. It's kind of one of those, like the Greek and Italian families have their own chapels on the family plots. That sort of thing.
Is the priest readily viewable here?
He is. He is.
Hey.
There is incense flowing around him. He has a censer, and he says, "Ah, citizens, Ave Imperator, brothers. May the God Emperor himself bless you. What do I do this? What do I owe this pleasure?"
You seem more agreeable to conversation than the other.
The other who?
We'll
What
ask
was
the
his
question.
name?
We'll ask the question.
Who are you?
I said we'll ask the question, priest. Do you know that you're? Did you know that you're the leader of this house, the head of this household? was slipping into darkness.
My dear boy, what do you mean?
And why did you fail to stop it?
What are you talking about?
Claims ignorance, like the other.
Please, sit down, sit down.
I'll stand.
Welcome into the holy light of the Emperor. Come sit in one of these pews. I will procure you something. And he starts walking into the back.
Stay where you are.
He turns around. My brother in Emperor. I merely wish to fetch you food.
No.
Could you instead fetch us answers?
Who, brothers? Who are you?
Guy's getting into it.
What do you want?
We have information and have confirmed that the former head of the household was a heretic and deserved and needed to be squashed, and he was thus. And we are here to see how far the waters have spread.
Who the father of Tertius, the father of Tev, the former head of the household.
Tev himself.
Tev is alive and well.
It is then that I regret to inform you of the contrary. Tev's head has been liberated from his body, but not without just cause.
Who are you both?
I said we'll ask the questions. It is your task to ensure that the light of the Emperor shines strong within the members of this household, and you have failed. We want to know why. Because there are two options. You're either incompetent, tainted yourself.
He narrows his eyes at both of you.
I narrow
would you like to scrutinize, or
Yes.
pulling out a shotgun?
I don't know. Not yet. Scrutinize first.
Okay.
Yeah, look, I've had a whopping success at scrutinizing people so far, so let's keep that going. So let's see, that's going to be a perception. I need to roll under 14.
Yeah.
As he narrows his eyes right back.
It's just a lot of eye narrowing today.
It's not as bad. It's 24 over 14. But I think better.
So
better.
a degree and 1 point of failure. That's okay. He seems genuinely surprised and confused as to what the fuck is going on. And when you keep insisting we're going to ask the questions, he puts his hand to his side of his face and is probably using like an implant to communicate with security and says, I have two... There are two people
sanctioned by
here.
the lady of the house.
Security, thank you. Yes, the chapel, two gentlemen.
We are sanctioned by the lady of the house.
Who are claiming to be sanctioned by the lady of the house.
That's enough.
Yes. Yes.
What do we do?
888888888.
Actually, you know what? Scholastic law and numerology. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Yes. Yes.
I know what my advanced skills are.
This is very much. I love that the scum and the tech priests are like on the opposite end of like know-how.
Yeah.
I'm the street smarts and the scum.
Please, that was not the number 8, that was the number 9. Apologies.
Okay, I'm still going to roll it.
Yeah. Please do.
Come on.
Oh, you kidding me? 36 over 31.
Do you want to use a fate point to reroll?
I'm going to use my last fate point. This feels like a very crucial moment to use it.
Yeah, tell us what this means, Sean.
Oh, that is going to be... Oh, fuck. That's just a 1. That's a
Natural
1.
1?
That's a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yep.
Hey, Sean, This is a chaos god number. He's invoking a chaos god. That's straight. That like, why would you use the number 9 for any sort of like numerical, like comprehensible thing, right? Like you use binary ones and zeros to communicate.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just
9.
repeat the same number over and 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 over again. The number 9 is a fucking heretical, like in patterns of 9 nines. That's not good.
Yeah. So basically, like, there's something that like clicks what's his fucking name? Jagatai's head, and like you see his eyes widen, the grays, the pupils just dilate, and he just goes.
I'm gonna pull out my shotgun and start blasting.
Yeah.
Hear that.
And some
Heretic!
All right, let's fucking roll initiative.
let's do it.
Kick
Good.
it off, boys.
Sus. Good sus. Okay, let's see if I can get another good initiative.
Now remind me
Yeah,
how
not
we
bad.
roll initiative again. Is it your
1d10 agility
plus
bonus.
your agility bonus?
Phil, what'd you get?
12.
12.
Jagatai got 9.
How auspicious.
How far away is the bastard?
Okay, so like I said, it is a small church or like a chapel. Chapel's more close. It seats about 80 people. It would be, I'm trying to think in terms of meters. How do meters work again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe the length, maybe like 15 meters.
Okay, cool. He's in range of
Yeah.
my shotgun then.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah, it's
first?
quite a tight circumstance.
Okay.
Are you first? Are you first?
12. I got
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. Half turn aim
Yeah.
and then shoot with the shotgun.
Okay.
So it only does scatter and stuff at point blank, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that's plus 10 for the aim. Is it plus 5? It's plus 10. Whole turn aim is 20.
Plus
right?
10. Yeah, whole turn aim is plus 20.
So 45. So slightly worse than 50-50. 72.
Okay. The tech priest just shouts the word heretic, and then the shotgun comes up. Bam! You wouldn't have actually been able to aim. You would have,
Okay, well, I miss anyway.
Yeah, but your
drew-
first
drew-
act, you don't have quick draw, do you?
No. Half
alright.
to aim and then blam.
Sean,
Sorry, half
it's
to
your
draw
turn.
and then blam.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's going to be the same thing. He's gonna whip out his las carbine,
Great.
and he's gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm guessing half to aim and half to shoot.
So pulling it out will cost you half a turn.
Yep, and then
So
just
you're
shoot.
you're just shooting. Yep,
Just
single
shooting.
shot.
Single
So
shot. Okay.
Under your ballistic score, but because you are in close range, you get plus. I want to say 20.
All right. Let me just quickly pull up my.
Close range
check.
half and under or third and under?
Let's see what the carbine
I would have
is.
missed anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
That was 70 odds.
So did you say I'm just trying to roll under my ballistic skill?
Yes.
Seeing what bonuses you get, if any. You should get some. Range
That'd be
should be
nice.
coming into here.
I do have pistol weapons, basic weapon training in LAS.
That just means you're not getting minuses.
Yeah,
Right.
you get minus 20 for using stuff without skill.
Nice.
Where is the range? Okay, here we are. Routine.
What?
Close combat with foes outnumbered. Close. Standard attack. No range.
Great.
Yeah, there's plus
Great.
30 for point blank range, otherwise
And
there's
that's
no benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short range.
Or ordinary
Plus 10.
short range plus 10.
Targets that are at the distance half less. What's the range on the carbine?
60 meters.
Yeah, plus 10.
Great. So that's going to be under 33.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's a 91.
All right. Oof. Nearly. Close to jamming your weapon there.
Yeah. Great.
All right. The boom, the of the shotgun blast, and then the crack of the las rifle, the las carbine fire off, both missing the priest. He is going to spend his turn drawing upon the ruinous powers.
Oh.
And he is going to use a psychic attack on you.
No!
On who?
Let's go with the person who is probably scarier, the person who sussed him. That is going to be Sean.
Yelled heritage.
Jagatai.
Yeah.
Cool. He is going to use Firebolt. So let's see if he is able to cast it.
Bring it. Bring it. You
44.
bitch.
So 1, 2, 3. Whoa! He absolutely did.
Oh, well, that's
And there's a
not
bit of
good.
overbleed there. Generate additional Firebolt. Should direct it at targets within range. Wow! Cool.
Oh. Oh.
So that
Oh.
is overbleed by how much? By 10? Yep, so 2. 2 extra. So 3 Firebolts are going your way.
Oh,
We're going to target them all at Sean.
good. Sweet release. If I die.
This may kill you.
And
you can dodge the
it would
first
make-
one, right? Can you dodge the
You
first
can dodge
one?
the
Yeah.
first one.
My divination is only in death does duty end.
Well, that might
That
your
might
duty
happen.
may end very shortly.
Yeah, you might want to dodge the first one.
How
The
does
first
one
attack-
dodge?
Roll
You
under your dodge.
agility. So the
What am I
first attack
doing?
misses.
Under your agility.
Oh, okay. I don't need
First
to.
attack misses.
Yeah.
Second attack. Wow. That is a hit.
Yeah.
Roll your dodge. You may not even be able to dodge this one.
So my dodge is agility.
Yes. And it'd be half
half-
agility
half
unless
your
you have
agility.
dodge skill.
Half your dirty. Cool. 21 over 15.
Close.
No, I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
Under 41 to hit you. And then the last one. That misses. Sean, you take 10 damage
In the
So how does that work?
in the body. Sorry, in a leg, because it's your leg there. It was on the 90, so that's the left leg. So do you have any armor on your left leg?
No.
Uh oh. Do you have armor at all? You have a flak
I
vest
have
don't
a flak vest on my body.
you? On your body. Okay. And your toughness is 3. So 10 minus 3 is 7.
Yep.
So Sean takes 7 damage
And where do I put the damage?
in wounds.
So if my wounds is on 9 at the moment, so it goes down to 2.
Yep.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
I
That's
mean,
bad.
it's a fucking fireball to my leg.
Yeah,
so
yeah, sure
Yeah.
is.
I'm
Sure
like a
is.
tree that's just gonna topple over.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah,
Help?
the priest draws upon like the fucking ruinous powers, and the place feels like a tainted church, a tainted chapel. This does not actually feel like a dedication to the emperor, but
Darkness.
more to the ego of a house. You see that rather than where like dedications or like impressions of the emperor should be, are like members of the household, and like their ancient ancestors. And so this priest draws from the sky flaming balls of fire and just shoots them all at the large tech priest, dealing a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he is going to pull out a
Still got actions?
gun.
Not a fool.
That's
That's not
a
a full?
half action.
What the?
Yeah,
Me again?
Fantastic.
it is yours again.
Cool. We've got backup on the way. We are far.
Damn
You
you,
are
Iris,
very-
why didn't you come with us?
Yeah, I know,
You're
right?
maybe
Hopefully she
very,
hears this
very
happening. So this time I'm going to half to aim
Yep.
and fire my other shotgun.
You don't want to. You don't want to move up and get maybe close to point blank.
Oh,
Get
can
that
I
plus
get that
30.
in my move?
Well, it's 15, right? 15 meters between. The building is
Yeah.
about 15 meters.
My
And so you would have
half-action
stepped in
walk
like
is-
3. He's halfway 3. So there's like 9 meters between you.
Okay, and my walk is 3, which gets me up to 6 meters. At point blank?
I can't remember. Let me check.
Point blank is very close. It's like
It is very close.
3 meters or something.
I think it's
3
3 or
foot.
6.
If
Might
it's
be
6
5,
I can
actually.
get there.
It's been so long. Point blank. Point. Damn it. Range. Where's that? Range state. 198. 195. Whoops. Alright. Point blank. is 3 meters.
So I can only get within 6 because my half move, unless I run all the way up to him,
Yep.
full action walk.
Yep.
So,
just
but
Try and get attacks of opportunity.
yeah, but I'm gonna fire my other shotgun blast instead. I'm just trying to
Okay.
hit him. So what I'm gonna
Right.
do is I'm gonna have to aim to get 10.
Yep.
I'm within close range.
Yep.
It's another 10. I can't get the scatter, but it can at least hopefully hit him with the shotgun.
Yeah.
So that is plus 20 total. So ballistic skill of 35. So I need 55. Got better than 50.
Okay.
50. 89. So
Whoa.
that is both shotgun
Crikey.
shells. The shotgun takes 2 full turns to reload. So the shotgun
Yes,
is
it does.
out. Shotgun is done. That's done. Miss.
Yep.
Bang.
Bang.
Bang. Nothing. My rolls are not helping me.
They
On
are
your
not.
Okay. We'll see if I have a leg after this.
Shoot her.
Is it
Him.
now my turn?
Yes, it is your
Yeah,
turn.
but shoot her is the line from.
Oh, sure,
Yes.
sure, sure.
Shoot her. Great. Let's just. I mean, if it ain't broke, which it was, let's go for just the carbines here. I'm gonna try and close the gap. And he's gonna lumber closer and closer. So now, just in terms of what I can actually do, can I get close, aim, and shoot in the same turn, or can I not do all those things together? Because I'm assuming both walking and aiming are both half actions, which means I then wouldn't be able to shoot. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You
What
have
you
a few
could
options.
do,
Half to get to cover, half to shoot. You could do a full action to do a semi burst, potentially
Yep.
hitting twice. You could aim for half and do a single shot.
What does
or you-
aiming do for me?
plus 10.
Plus 10.
You could also aim for
And-
full to get plus 20 next turn. Those are your
Now,
kind of broad options.
let's just go for cool, and let's just try and do a semi burst.
okay.
There'll be plus
let me
30. 20 for the semi burst, right? And then 10 for being at close range.
Correct. Semi burst, you just bang bang.
Yeah.
And if
Beautiful.
you,
So
Plus 30.
plus
you-
30, really?
Yep.
yeah, you're close for 10, and then semi burst is 20.
All
If
right.
it's your full action. And for burst fire modes, is it every degree or every 2 degrees? Every 2
2
degrees you beat by, you get an extra shot up to your rate of fire. So you could potentially hit twice.
All right, great. So using my turbines, that's going to bring my ballistics. I have to get under 53. So let's do it.
You're
And the better you
20,
do-
Is 23 your ballistic skill?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just to give you an idea, my best stat is 39.
Not bad, actually.
That's very
It's
good.
bad.
Yeah,
Good
26, 23, 24, and then everything else is in the 30s.
Okay.
Cool.
And under 20 sucks. Over 30 is good.
Yeah.
That's
Let's do
generally
this.
the line.
Great. It's a 38 under 53.
Okay, so that is 1 degree of success. So 38 gets him in the body. I think.
Yeah, 83.
Yep, yep.
No, 83 is the.
Right leg.
Right leg.
All right. Roll 1d10 damage.
1d10.
Plus any bonuses, which I believe is plus 2 for a carbine.
And that was a burst shot, wasn't it? So
Yeah, but you
It'll
didn't.
only hit the one.
You need
didn't
2
get many
degrees.
more.
You need a 20. You need to beat it by 20 to get the extra hit.
to get both
Yeah.
of them. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
just the you
Just
said
one
it's
hit.
the 1d10 plus 2e.
Yeah, energy.
Energy.
Great. So that is going to be a 3 plus 2 energy.
5.
5 to
Yep.
the right leg. So
Right,
good.
let's
Toughness
see
and
how much
armor.
armor he has and where.
Leg for a leg shot.
Yeah.
Armor. He has no armor there.
Yay!
That's
This is
great.
toughness.
So how much damage did you do to him?
5. 3 plus 2
5.
energy.
All right, so he shrugs 3 of that off. Oh, Sean,
Two.
did you did subtract your toughness? That's right. That's good. So he takes he shrugs with your his toughness. Cool.
Zap him in the leg.
You crack him in the leg. He says, "My master's house will not fall." And he draws upon ruinous powers again. To try and harm you.
Stop it.
He is going to try and destroy the weak one. Who is the one who shot him?
Your master fell, and so shall you.
Woof. 2 magic bolts. Let's see where they go.
Stop rolling
Hold it.
well.
Or it's the
Yes.
same leg.
That'll hit.
Yes. No.
And the other one. That misses.
Dodge the first one. Dodge, 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 dodge.
You can make a
Get
dodge
lucky.
roll, Sean.
Get
Okay,
lucky.
let's do it. What is that again? Agility?
Yeah, half agility.
Half agility. I can do this. Watch
This
me
game
do
is
it.
Yeah, you can do this.
brutal.
Cover's really good.
Yeah, cover is good.
Yeah, 29, which is not right, which is not good.
Damn it, we
That's
should
not
have
enough.
cover. We thought we could blitz him.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh,
22. That is a body. That is the left arm.
Oh,
And
No armor there either.
he deals 10 damage.
hey, nice.
you're
So
in
how's that?
criticals. Great.
How's that soaked up? Does all of that go into me?
So
You reduce
toughness,
your
you soak.
toughness.
Toughness. Where's my toughness?
You'll be 3.
3. So that's what? How many
7.
points did you say?
7 points.
So it was
So
10.
that's so.
So
It was
10
10
total.
total.
So
It was
it goes
10.
to
That's
7.
right. That's what I was asking. Yeah. So it was 10. So it was 7.
So you
And
had
so
how
you-
many hit points left?
I
How many
had
wounds?
2. I had 2 wounds left. So that's -5.
So
All
5
right.
gets through.
5 critical into the left arm.
Yeah.
5 critical left arm damage. 5 is a
Oh.
lot, by the way.
And that was
10
an
is the
energy.
max.
Go.
Potentially lethal, or you potentially lose the arm.
That is most likely going to happen. Energy critical effects. Arm.
Yeah, I got
202.
it. I've got it.
You got it? Oh, that's right. I
Energy-
got it.
Okay.
Energy, arm, -5. The arm suffers superficial burns, inflicting no small amount of pain on the target. The target's weapon skill and ballistic skill are halved, rounding down, for 1 round, and the target takes 1d5 levels of fatigue. Sean, would you be so kind as to roll a d10?
D10.
You could pass out already. You
7.
didn't lose the arm.
7 is rounding up, becomes an 8, which is 4.
Yeah.
What's your toughness?
My toughness
3.
is 3.
You pass out.
I believe you pass out. I'm just going to check.
Yeah, if you
from
take
the
more
pain.
than your
Toughness.
toughness in fatigue, you pass out.
I
Don't.
think- I don't know
Blood
if it
loss.
immediately happens. I'm just going to check. I just want to check. Fatigue.
Fatigue.
How do you get there so fast?
A character can take a number of levels of fatigue equal to his toughness bonus. So a character with 4 toughness bonus can take 4 levels of fatigue. Should a character take a number of levels of fatigue in excess of his toughness bonus, he collapses, unconscious, for 10 minus toughness bonus minutes.
Okay, you're out.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, thanks, Sean. Thanks for playing.
You get a firebolt in the leg, then one in the arm, and the heat and the burns too much for you.
Too much.
Uh,
Yeah, you
The fire fucking burns through your arm.
I feel like, honestly, like the trees that he has never seen in his life, he just topples over like a felled red oak, just teeters, and there's like a sickening crash as Jagatai rather, just face first, just smashes down onto the ground, and he is out.
Yeah.
Good luck, Blocks.
Thanks.
Speaking of, it's your turn. No, you know what? Fuck it. For fun, he advances on you. He moves 3 towards you.
Okay. He
Because
thinks he's winning. So.
He's got chips on
No, he-
himself.
He is winning.
He is winning. He's a deadly psyker
Yeah.
who's been masquerading as a priest for ages. I was expecting you guys to. No, I'll talk about that later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'd never expect players to make good decisions. Okay. So
True.
I've got a useless shotgun in my hands. I can't ready 2 weapons at once, right?
You cannot.
Do I pull my stub or do I pull my knife? Do I pull my auto pistol? It's not a stub. It's an auto pistol or my knife.
What is your better weapon skill?
My ballistic skills better.
Then get the stub.
Okay, so
You've got hit before you even do damage.
yeah, I just drop the shotgun.
Yep.
Drop it on the ground. Pull the
Stub.
the auto pistol, and I can only single shot it, right?
Yep.
So he advanced. So he's up to
You are 6 meters away
6
from each
meters from him. Okay. So that is just short. That's just short range. Right.
Yep. Yep.
So that is just 10 plus 10.
Right.
So 45 to eat. You ugly bastard. 48. Miss.
Miss. Okay.
Cannot hit. I have not hit once.
His turn.
We are gonna die.
We are gonna die. Yeah.
Maybe he'll go for me because I am on the floor and unconscious and an easy target.
I've shot at him 3 times, so he probably will prioritize me. He's got 10 minutes to kill me, so
Okay.
Hey, he's got time.
he's got time.
Cool. He is going to half action call upon the powers of Burning Fist.
I'll bet.
Oh, perils!
Yay, War Perils!
25. Remember that number, Phil.
25. 25.
Okay, let's see what we get on perils. Boop boop. Oof. So bad.
Uh-oh.
Mounting paranoia. The psychic gets an itch between his shoulder blades for a few moments.
Oh.
That's all.
Doesn't help, but he managed
No.
to reach threshold.
He absolutely did. He reached threshold by quite a bit.
Huh.
I was expecting. I mean, really, I keep using psychic powers because I want to see someone just like
Obliterate.
distance.
It can really,
yes.
it can really kill you. Yeah, it's very dangerous. And he's used to like 20 times.
He doesn't. There's no overbleed for this power. He just pulled it off.
Yeah,
It
burning
does
hands.
require sustain, and so he is going to make an attack, a melee attack against you,
Okay.
and he misses.
Oh, thank goodness. Comes
His
at me
fists
like-
are on fire, though.
Yeah.
He does have flaming fists.
Okay. Cool. Good-o.
Your turn.
Lucky for him. So I'm now I'm not. I'm in close combat, right? So that makes firing.
Yes, he has moved the.
Yeah, firing while in
We'll just pretend
melee.
he has.
I'm not shooting into melee. I'm shooting.
You know what? No, he hasn't. He moved up towards you, but he did not attack. He cast the fire on his fists and then moved up, but he was
Moved
not
like
in range.
3 more meters.
Yeah. So there's
Okay.
3 meters between you.
Cool. Well, thanks for the gift of extreme arrogance.
Yes.
So that is that's full auto for me.
Sure.
So that's plus 30.
Yep.
And he's at point blank, which is
Yeah.
another 30. So that's plus 60.
Yeah.
So 35 plus 60, 95 to beat.
Watch you jam your fucking weapon with a 96.
Well, I got a 16.
Oh,
Wow. Fuck this guy up, Phil.
do it.
So that's
Cute.
7 degrees of success. That's 3 extra shots.
3 extra shots.
Bloody hell. Okay.
The auto is 6. So yeah, I can do 3 extra shots, right?
Yep. Yep.
So it's 4 shots total.
Yep. And you rolled 16, so that is first hit body.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you got the table?
No.
Multiple hits. It is body, head.
Okay, well, your last shot is probably going to do a bit of
Probably going
damage
to
there.
kill him. Okay, and
Yeah,
they're 4
right.
separate rolls, right?
Yep.
Okay.
4 separate damage rolls.
Auto pistol is D10 plus 2 impact. So 7
Yep.
to the body.
7 soaked to the body, so that's 4. So 7 to the body?
Yep.
He soaks that.
7 again.
He soaks that.
What?
Yeah.
All of it? What's he wearing?
Yeah. Flak on his body. Mesh vest, body 4. Toughness 3. Each impact of damage. So he can soak 7 damage on his body.
And then arm.
Yeah.
5.
So he soaks 3 of that, so he takes 2 damage.
And then head.
Great.
6, 7, 8 to the head.
8 to the head. 8 to the head.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8. 8 to the head, yeah. So
Yes.
Describe it.
armor.
Describe it.
Oh my god! So he comes he's fires 6 firebolts through the room. The whole place is darkening, and like you feel the warp intruding as he calls.
Well, it's
on
not.
these
It's
powers.
not dark. It's lit with blue flame.
Blue flames as he fires all these bolts, riddling Jagatha before he down, and he's, I'm guessing, kind of cackling with power as he lifts his arms above his head. They ignite with more blue flame, and he's gonna reach out and burn me alive. At that, been firing, scrambling as he walks towards me. Shotgun, auto pistol fire, switch it to full auto, and finally,
Like a Uzi.
yeah, just and it goes up his body, arm, and finally the last shot in the burst pops the top off his skull. I look down at Jagatha. Oh no. 2 days of psychic powers is too much.
Alba reaches her head round the corner. What in the throne happened here? The woman you seduced at the front door.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. The security that he called for.
Yeah.
Heresy.
Scene.
Credits. Yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Congratulations, all.
Better than
Well done,
ending.
Sean.
Better than
Congratulations
ending
for your...
with me
Yeah.
waking up and be like, what did I miss?
Womp womp.
This keeps happening every time.
Yeah,
Fight a
yeah.
psyker, everyone else goes down, and I
Yep.
I pull it out of my ass at the last second.
Yeah, man.
Oh, thanks,
Tell
Chris.
you what. I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you so much for those who watched. Appreciate it. Sean, what did you think of your first game of Dark Heresy?
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. It's, as I was saying to you, kind of on the during the break. It's Dark Heresy is like similar to Cthulhu, I think. Where, I mean, first of all, the D100 system, but also it's what did I say? It's complicated, but it's not complex.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of moving parts, but once you kind of get into the surface of it, like, it's actually pretty simple, and there's just a lot that you can do. It's kind of more to the point. So, but no, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a bombastic, silly old system. That's a lot of dire fun.
I think the tone is so strong, the mood is so strong that it's quite easy to get into once you spend a little bit of time in the world.
Yeah.
Because I have to say, I was really impressed in the second half there, when taking part of the interrogation stuff. You had it. You had the mood, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's a thing where my character, like, I just had to find opportunities for. He's not an investigative character, so what's his way of doing that? Just what's a way of inserting myself into this thing, right?
But in terms of tone and vocabulary and everything, I was like, you're fitting right into this. I was really happy with the way you were talking and the way you used the vocab in the second half. I was just like, yes, he's in the 40K
He's a
world.
Warhammer boy.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah,
guy.
it felt really appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed, Sean.
Well, that's it from us.
Yeah,
once
we'll
again,
just,
congratulations to our Soul Survivor, not Soul Survivor, but our standing man. Who would have thought that the Imperium would be fought upon the backs of the scum who dwell underneath it? Everyone thought that? That's the whole message of that. Okay, that Space Marines are dickheads, and actually the Guardsmen are the ones who get... Oh, okay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We
so we'll
appreciate
just
you coming.
we'll just quickly running through for those who don't know. So again, we are Roll to Cast. We are 4 people, usually joined by Ellen, who couldn't be with us today. We run Roll to Cast, ROLE, which is our primary podcast where we play TTRPG actual plays, a different game every season. We're currently coming to the finality of season 7, which is playing in the Avatar Legend system. So if you haven't heard the season, please feel free to binge. Go from the very beginning. It is 30 odd episodes of pure episodic greatness, and it is something very tonally different to what you just heard today, which of course is the point. If you didn't particularly enjoy this tone or this style, there is 7 other seasons of a variety of different flavors for you to consume. So if you like what you do, please gobble it up as you were. And if you would like a way to support us further, other than just communicating with us, being on our Discord, checking us out on our social media, you can see right above here, patreon.com/roll2cast, for as little as basically essentially a couple of dollars, a cup of coffee for the month. You can come be a part of the Patreon Discord. You can vote on what we do here on IDC Live. You can get our episodes of the podcast a day earlier than anyone else, or you can even be involved in this game. No one has had the pleasure of doing that, but we would love to play a game of RDC Live with one of you. So if you feel that is within your means, please feel free. Otherwise, we just love talking to you and having you support us just by listening and by watching. So again, thank you all. That's pretty much all we have. So there's nothing left to do but to sign out. So for myself, I have been Sean, playing Jedakai. Also, if you'd like to keep up with me personally while it still exists, I am on Twitter at SeanMeansJohn, otherwise at Roll2Cast is our branching Twitter personality and most other social medias. Phil?
Yes, I am Phil. Flux today. You can find me on Twitter while it still exists under @Scruff. That's SKKRUF.
And I was Chris. I'm Bonding Chris on Twitter. Say hi. I do all sorts of things there. And we'll play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and sorry, just a fun thing. I think it's worth us mentioning for the very first time in February and March of next year, Roll2Cast is doing our very own live show. We're going to be doing a run of live shows. We haven't been able to announce a lot of the information surrounding it yet, but if you do find yourself in the city of Adelaide, in the Adelaide Fringe, we'll be doing a run of shows where we actually get to do this, but in a live setting, in person, up close and personal. So if you're a part of the Adelaide scene, or if you come to Adelaide for the Fringe, hit us up. Come see some this here live shows. Woo! Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks,
Until
everyone.
next month, we'll be back in for the last week of December, or soon therein for our Christmas version.
Christmas and New
we'll see you
Year's.
for another
Woo!
IDC one shot. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. We love you. Ave Imperator. Don't hang out with psychers.
Ave Maria.
Don't do it. I mean, yeah, similar sort of concept. Exactly right. Yeah.